So now we have the SHtsNGigs podcast, and these guys are coming out of like Black London. They blew up during the COVID situation, and a lot of let me just say this: a lot of our people in the Americas, in America, in the Caribbean, over there in London, a lot of our people today lack cultural integrity. We don't have cultural integrity. Like we got an open door policy. Like anybody can just walk into our homes and just say anything they want to say, do anything they want to do to us, and we just laugh about it. And we got a closed door policy on each other, the way we treat each other, the way we view each other. And these guys, they have a large following, a multicultural, multi-race following. And what I've noticed is, they laugh at a lot of stuff. They respond to a lot of videos, but they're part of their same culture of us just beating up on each other every day. Us allowing people to say certain things about our women, and they think that it's funny. So these guys went on to Andrew Schulz podcast. This a guy I can't stand. He's definitely a racist. They go on to his podcast and for out of nowhere, this guy's talking about the black woman effect. Like, first of all, I don't know. I have yet to see another group, or maybe a W man, has some black men on his show, and he's talking about the white woman effect. No, they don't do that. That's only us because we have no cultural integrity. Like, we allow anybody. They couldn't have said, "No, we ain't playing that night." Next John, they could have laughed about something else. But whatever we got going on amongst ourselves between black women and black men and sisters between the brothers, that's amongst us. Why would you allow other groups to come in and say disparaging things about us, and then you got to come back and NEGRO explain? But this is what happened when they was on Andrew Schulz podcast. Check this out.
What is the black girlfriend effect? This
you
is
don't know about
just glow up the other culture.
Yeah, so you'll see a guy who's had a black girlfriend. All of a sudden, he's got buzz cut, like
Yeah.
clean shape up.
Glows
up, bro.
Yeah, I like that.
They shave their hair because they start losing it. Because they're so stressed being around this black girl complaining about shit all the time. That's why they gotta shave their hair.
Nah, bro. White guys with black girlfriends,
They grow a beard
They step their
because
dick
there's
up.
more cushion when they get slapped out. That's hilarious. I think the black girlfriend effect, it might be a protective instinct, bro.
You think?
Protective.
Do you guys have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah.
Oh really?
We love them all.
Yeah.
That means white.
That means white.
Hey, let me get the U.S. translation.
Kendrick fans, get him!
We love them all. man.
That's right.
So this black woman effect, they're implying that black women are always angry. To be with a black woman, you're going to always be frustrated. They're disrespectful. They're violent. They're all these different things. It's funny because you had a black manosphere, but the black manosphere was an offshoot or a copy of the white manosphere. We saw W men complaining about these women, complaining about their women all over the place. I mean, to the point where they were coming online trying to express themselves and talk about the freedoms to talk and about these women are out of control and their divorce rate is crazy, right? You go on social media, Instagram and OnlyFans, that's W women leading the charge to that, but they blame everything on the sisters. Do we have challenges with our sisters? Absolutely. The same way we have challenges with our brother. But why would you go on a show and allow this man to say this disparaging thing? He didn't say anything about the W woman. So I guess the W woman is all rosy and cozy. What's our relationship with the W woman in America, in the Americas, as a black man? I mean, I can name all the atrocities and things that we've been through, right? So all of a sudden, she just supersedes the sister? Come on, man, like we playing too much, man. But let's look at this NEGRO explain on what they had to do, and we'll come right back.
So if you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine. But we just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to black women. And in the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics. Making a frankly racist joke. And we were laughing at it. And to give, there's first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Agreed.
And fight or flight is a real thing. Like it is, yeah. Fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in those situations, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you, I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I would smack homeboy in the face, I would say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock.
You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on.
Yeah, bro, move on is the word, bro. All you want to do is move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just move on to the next thing.
There's so
and like
many
we had to
times.
say a few times, bro, just move on.
Just move
on.
So many different topics. We were like, move on. And it's not even like about pity laughs or anything, but we just wanted to
get out of that situation.
Literally get out of that situation, keep the ball rolling. And we thought it was going to be more of like a bros chat, but it ended up being something that's
ended up being something that's like really, really hurt people that look to us for support and look to us to feel protected. And protected is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, is that it is our duty to protect you guys.
Facts.
And it is definitely not cool to be in that situation. And again, not be the ones to stand up and kick the cameras down. And we f***ed it on that occasion.
We did.
It's not going to happen again. And it's about being human. It's about realizing that you don't know what you're prepared for. You don't know how to prepare for something
you don't know
that you don't know
about.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And once it's happened one time, you're like, all right.
You learn from your mistakes, and that's literally
You
learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we did it, and we're like,
All of this is a bunch of hogwash. It's a bunch of garbage. They were sitting there laughing and joking with this guy, man, while he was saying that. And that's the sad part about us as a people, man, especially us in the diaspora, man. Those of us that's descendants of the slave trade, man, the way we view ourselves, man. Now, they wouldn't have had a problem with it if them sisters wouldn't have called it out. And I'm glad the sisters did step up and call it out. But there's an Asian woman that also spoke on this. And we can learn something from this. Let's listen to this Asian woman, and I'm going to explain what I'm saying.
I'm on a white man hypocrisy tour right now, but I promise it's not intentional. I just have something to say about Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz, from what I recall, has never been with a black woman. He didn't grow up in a black area. He is married to a lily white woman right now today. So how can one speak about an experience that you've never experienced? So my theory for the longest time was that he wasn't coming up with these disparaging comments about black women on his own. He could never conceptualize this hairline joke because in the white community, hairlines, going bald is not as big of a thing as it is for black men. And my suspicions were confirmed because there is a clip from 4 years ago on Flagrant 2 where he is sitting down with two guests who are black men. History repeats itself. In that video, they're poking fun at Alex Media. Alex Media is a black man in Andrew's camp. And, well, what do I say about him? His whole thing is, I'm not full black. My mom is Puerto Rican. And what blows me is his mom is black. She's a black woman. She just speaks Spanish. So he's literally the embodiment of that Godfrey meme. But I digress. The joke that follows Alex Media everywhere is that he likes white women. And the rest of the crew is joking, saying, wow, I can't believe you would waste such a great hairline on white women. The black man next to Andrew Schultz, who is actually married to a black woman, says, black women will steal your hairline. You can literally see the light go off in Andrew's head. And then he takes that little bit and he runs with it. I knew it. There was no way a white man could conceptualize that joke unless he was leeching off a self-hating black man. And so history, like I said, repeats itself. SHtsNGigs goes on Flagrant 2. He makes the same joke. I also want to add that I'm not blaming anyone heavily in this video other than Andrew Schultz. I do, however, want to make clear that the men on the couch should be held accountable because in no universe should you be.
The crazy part is, this guy is, I believe, of Jewish descent. And he would never, ever tolerate two black guys making that comment about a Jewish woman. They wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. His community wouldn't do it. Their channel would be taken down. Their money would be taken away. But for somehow, because we lack cultural integrity, we allow it. Then the Asian woman jumps into the fray, and she was right. Because you know why? Because the Asian community wouldn't stand for it. because they have cultural integrity, something that we lack as a people. And it's a sad thing because, like I said, we have our problems amongst ourselves, the black man and black woman, but that's our thing that we got to fix amongst ourselves, right? How you just allow somebody else to come in and make these jokes, disparaging jokes about our women, as if their women are perfect, as if they don't have problems amongst their women, as if a lot of these other cultures of men, statistically, historically, do bad things to their women. Bad things. That's why when they come to America, they run to be free, and a lot of them run over to American black men or men in the West because they claim they have more freedoms. So this thing is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm just at a loss for words at this point because I've been online for so many years, trying to defend our people, trying to defend the black woman, trying to defend the black man, only to as time move forward into the future, just seeing the total deterioration of our people, man, and the way that they see themselves, the way that we operate. These guys are sitting up there looking like complete buffoons. And yeah, you have a multicultural audience, but you know that audience ain't gonna let you just disrespect their people like that. But I'm gonna cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. I hope that we can learn from this. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think.